this video is going to be very short. I mean, if it is like the way that I see it in my mind, um, I think you need to be more balanced. We all need to be more balanced because, especially nowadays, where you see on social media, people like famous entrepreneurs, or even the famous David Goggins, which we all know, and they are telling you to be more focused and more productive, to just lock in and focus, um, but I don't find that to be extremely and entirely true, because you see, taking the time to appreciate the thing that you have right now in this present moment is the best way to live, in my opinion. Because the way that, I think that, for instance, going out with your friends, obviously you know that hanging out with your friends, if you have been on self-improvement for quite a while, is only going to be a waste of time for you, because you could be way more productive, but I'm not saying that you should also be entirely and solely, alone, just like me. I made the error to just isolate myself, and right now I'm in a position where, I'm all day improving. I'm improving myself all day, which is actually something good, if you see it from one point of view. But on the other hand, I have no social interaction, and the reason of why I'm telling you this is because I don't want you to end up like me. If you have like friends that you haven't seen in quite a lot of time, and you are on your monk mode, or you're just focused, taking a break and taking the time to hang out with your friends or your family, a family member that you maybe haven't saw in quite some time, is actually good for you, and not from a productive point of view, but from a personal point of view, because you have to understand that these people will not be always there and available for you to hang out. With this, I'm not also saying though that you should always hanging out and going to party, getting drunk. I'm not saying that. I'm quite concerned with people who do it, but it's their life, that it's their decision, and I can't change it. But what I can do is give you some advice in regards of this, because having and being able to balance things, so fun and productiveness, they have to be on the same level, or maybe you need to be a bit more productive than while you're having fun, because obviously if you hang out with your friends, you won't be as productive as you could be if you didn't hang out with your friends. But in the future, how are you going to feel in the future knowing that you just locked in, you never really spoke to your friends, you lost all your friends, and obviously it is pretty normal to lose friends along the way, it's life, and it's normal to lose friends. But when you will be older, you want to look back at your years, at these years, you might be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, I don't know. But when you be 80 years old, you want to be able to look at this piece of your life and be able to say, I was able to focus and have fun, and what I mean by fun is not that you should go out all days and all weekends, and I would never do it, but the fact is that these are your best years, and you should not waste them just locking in and being focused on 100% of the time. You could be focused 99% of the time, which is quite a lot still, and 1% of your time you could dedicate it to fun activities, to hanging out with friends, maybe just one day a week or one day every 2 weeks, you could decide to hang out with your friends or your family members, to just connect with them. And yeah, I mean, this is a something that I have. I mean, I had this feeling and this urge to tell you, because I think that I have wasted a little bit of my young years, and I'm not saying that I'm not proud, because I actually was able to put in the work, but I wasn't also able to acknowledge the fact that I had put in so much work and so much effort, that I couldn't see the fact that I made actual progress, I think. And you also have to be able to do this, to be able to recognize the progress that you've made over time. And you should aim at having friends who support you, at having a connection with someone that can actually help you become the best version of yourself, and hanging out with those people will actually help you get better over time, and you have to strive to search for better friends, because obviously the more time you spend with other people, the more you'll be able to learn from them, the more you get to know them, the more you'll be able to understand and get to know them. If you're maybe I don't know, a business owner, and you or your friends are just thinking about having fun, and going out or every day or night, every weekend, you're probably getting to the same point of them, you're probably going to be the same as them. But if you start to think that those friends are not your friends really, and you start changing them, for better people, for business owners that are way bigger than you, or for people that are working in other kind of fields, you will be more motivated to become better over time and improve with them. You'll actually be able to learn from them, and you have the possibility to help them. It's a win-win situation for both of you, because you'll be able to learn from your friends, and your friends will be able to learn from you, because obviously the knowledge that you have, you'll be able to transmit it to the other friend who has another type of knowledge that you may actually need, So yeah, remember to lock in, always. It's really important to have a fixed goal, and acknowledging the fact that you need to focus for a certain period of time, but you also need to be able to have fun in the process, and having people who support you and whom you'll be able to learn from. This said, I want to conclude the video here, and I hope it helped you. It was a not so short video. Um, but you know, I hope it helped you, and it would have helped me in my past, you know, because I wasn't really hanging out because I didn't want to from one hand, and on the other hand I wasn't really invited from other people, but it's another story. So yeah, thank you a lot for watching, and I hope to catch you in another video. Bye bye.